Hello friends, welcome back. Welcome to you. In this session, we'll try to understand the concept of adjoint and inverse of a matrix and how to find out inverse of a matrix. In the next session, we'll go through some examples where we will find out the inverse of couple of matrices. So to start with, first of all, let's try to understand what is the meaning of invertible matrix so that we can slowly go towards inverse of a matrix. Invertible matrix. Let us say there is a matrix A of 3 by 3 because we are dealing with mostly 3 by 3. Okay, let's take that only. If there is a matrix A and there exists another matrix B such that A into B equal to B into A is equal to unit matrix of the same order. That means if A is 3 by 3, I is also 3 by 3. Now I am sure you are aware of how I looks like. I of 3 will have 3 will have 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this is a unit matrix of order 3 looks like. Order 3 means 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Now if we are able to find out a matrix such a way that if you multiply the A with it or you multiply that matrix with the A, you are getting identity matrix. If you are able to find out that matrix, then we will call that matrix is nothing but inverse of A. B is nothing but equal to inverse of A. Okay. Now let us try to look ways how we can find out that matrix which is nothing but inverse of A. For that what we will do? We will take matrix A as A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the matrix A whatever we have. Now we have to find out a matrix B such that when you multiply with A we should get I or I should get a multiples of I. Okay. Now if you remember little time back we have discussed that determinant of a matrix is nothing but equal to sum of products of the factors, the elements of a row with corresponding cofactors, nothing but A11 plus A11 into capital A11, that's nothing but element into its corresponding cofactor. Similarly, the next element into its corresponding cofactor. Similarly, the next element into its corresponding cofactor. Similarly, not only that, if you take second row, it will become A21 into A21 plus A22 into A22 plus A23 into A23. This is nothing but equal to, this is equal to determinant of A. But if you have A11 into A13 plus, let us say we have to look at some other row, right? A11 into A31 plus A12 into A32. That's nothing but what you are doing. You are multiplying the elements with cofactors of some other row. We know that this is nothing but equal to 0. Now can we leverage that and try to get a unit matrix? Okay, let us look at that. What I will do for that, I will write down A as it is. Now what I need AB equal to I or some multiples of I. What I will do, I will write down first what is A. A is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Now this I will multiply with Now I want a unit matrix. How the unit matrix will have 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. That means the first element should not be 0. So suppose if I take here, I want to get it this value equal to determinant of the matrix. So what I should do, you are multiplying whenever you are doing product of two matrices, you multiply R1 with C1, right? That means I should write here A11, then I should write A12 and I should write A13. This makes sure that the first element is okay. Now similarly what is the other element I should have as non-zero? That is nothing but second row and second element. So second row I should multiply with second element. So I will say A21, A22, A23. Similarly the left out is A31, A32, A33. Let us say that this is the matrix what we are going ahead with. What we did just now, what we did is, we know that if I multiply, when you are multiplying, if you are multiplying the elements with its corresponding cofactors, with the elements cofactors, then that is nothing but equal to determinant. Not only that, if you are multiplying elements with with cofactors of some other row, then it is nothing but equal to 0. So what it looks like now, if I multiply these two, let us check that. If I multiply these two, what it will look like? Just erasing this. Okay, now if I multiply this, it looks like I will have A11, A11, A12, A12, A13, A13. That's nothing but equal to determinant of A. Now if I do A11 with A21, that's nothing but 0. If I do A11 with A31, that is also 0. Similarly, you can see that A21, A11 is 0, but this is determinant of A. This is 0, 0, 0, determinant of A. But you can see now this is nothing but equal to det of A multiply by 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So we have achieved whatever we want. What we want? We want to find out a matrix such that when you multiply that with A, it should give me unit matrix. Now here we are getting not only unit matrix, we are also getting determinant. So what we will do, we will take this determinant to the left side. Now what I will have, can I write this as A? Okay, I will write it as A into this matrix, whatever you have, we call that matrix is adjoint of A. We call it as ADJ, adjoint matrix of A. Okay, and also you will get your determinant from there to here. So can I say determinant of A is nothing but equal to I. So is this of the form AB equal to I? Similarly, you can prove BA equal to I. Then we know that B is nothing but equal to A inverse. But in our case, what is B? B is nothing but equal to adjoint A by determinant A. Therefore, A inverse is nothing but 1 by determinant of A multiplied by adjoint matrix of A. Now, this is provided determinant of A is not equal to 0. If determinant of A equal to 0, then such a matrix is called as singular matrix. If it is non-zero, then it is called as non-singular matrix. So we have discussed about singular, invertible. Now what is the adjoint matrix? That is fine. We actually tried our luck and we said that okay, now when you multiply I should get determinant. So let me put them in such a way that manipulate whatever the cofactors I have. We have did that, right? But if you observe clearly, A11, A12, A13, first row, right? Now if you look at the first column is nothing but cofactors of the corresponding elements. That means similarly you take second row, the second row is nothing but second column elements replaced by the cofactors. Similarly third row elements are replaced as third column with the corresponding cofactors. So what you can say about adjoint matrix then? you can define adjoint matrix as if you have matrix A, then find out cofactors for all the elements of A and replace the elements with the cofactors. Now transpose this matrix. That is nothing but equal to your adjoint matrix. Let me repeat that again. If you have a matrix A, now you find out all the cofactors. Cofactors are A11, A12, A13. Now transpose it. See, that's what we have done. You find the cofactors, transpose them. You find the cofactors, transpose them. If you are transposing the matrix, what happens now? Whatever the matrix you have of cofactors, that is transposed. Then such a matrix is called as adjoint matrix. I repeat again, if the elements of matrix are replaced by its corresponding cofactors, and if the resultant matrix whatever is obtained is transposed, then it is called as adjoint matrix. In the next session, we'll see simple examples on how to finding out adjoint matrix and inverse of a matrix. To summarize, we know that a matrix is invertible. A matrix is invertible if AB equal to BA equal to I. Then if you are able to find out such a matrix B is called as A inverse. Now we have taken one matrix with arbitrary columns, arbitrary elements A11, A12, A13, 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33. Now I have to find out B in such a way that I should get I or multiples of I, because if I get multiples of I will take that factor and bring it to left side. Now with the knowledge whatever we have, we know that if you multiplied this first row with its corresponding cofactors, then it is nothing but equal to determinant, and you are multiplying a row elements with other row cofactors, then it is equal to 0. We have leveraged that property and we identified how to place the matrix in such a way so that we can make it equal to determinant of A into I. This is nothing but equal to det of A into I. Now what we want is AB equal to I, and we have determinant of A. If I just get it to the left side, I have A into adjoint of A by determinant of A equal to I. So B is nothing but equal to adjoint of A by det A. That's nothing but equal to your A inverse. And the definition of adjoint matrix, what we observed is, adjoint matrix is the matrix which is obtained by replacing the corresponding elements of the matrix with its cofactors and transposing the resultant matrix. Or should I say, it's a matrix, it's a transposed matrix obtained by replacing the elements with the corresponding cofactors. So if you just replace the elements with cofactors, I should have capital A1, capital A12, capital A13. But you can see now they became columns because you took transposal, you transposed that particular matrix. So that's about a little bit briefly about adjoint matrix and inverse of a matrix. In the next session, we will do a couple of examples, okay, to understand how to solve problems related to inverse of a matrix. Thanks for visiting. Bye for now. Thank you very much.